Do you want to know how to survive the holiday seasons with that family member? We all have them, so don't feel bad. We all have them. But I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to survive the holidays and actually thrive during the holidays, not just survive them. We don't want to just survive anymore. So, tip number 1, have an exit plan, right? Have a plan for the day, who you're going to visit, when you're going to visit. And then if you're going with a significant other or a spouse, have a word that you use that only that person knows what that means. And so they're like, oh, it's time to go, right? And so be prepared to leave when things get heated, when it's really just not serving you and the energy comes really, really low. You don't have to stay in those situations. Now, if you're hosting, right? Like some of us are hosting, that's a little different and you can't leave that situation, right? Because it's probably at your home. So make sure that you have someone who you can kind of partner with and use that same word. But then that way they pull you out of conversations. They'll say, hey, Kanitha, come over here. I want to show you something. Or I want to talk to you about something. Or they come in and they join the conversation and they're able to bring a positive tone to it. If you don't have anyone that can do that, you can always excuse yourself. Say, oh, you know what? I forgot something. Hold on just a second. Go gather yourself, right? Kind of figure out what it is that you want to say, or if you even want to say something in that moment, and then be able to come back out, right? So give yourself some time to kind of gather yourself and gather your thoughts. That's tip 1. All right, you ready for number 2? Number 2 is be ready and prepared for tricky questions and conversations, things that may be taboo for the holiday season, like politics and religion. It can even be your own life, or your dating life, or what's going on with your family or your finances, whatever it is. Make sure you prepare for it. Make sure you have prepared statements that you can say that either exit you out the conversation, that is vague enough for them to know that you don't want to answer it and they leave you alone, but be prepared with statements that you can use throughout the day, right? One of my favorites is, that's funny. Why'd you ask? I love saying that turns the table back on them, right? And I ask more questions than I answer. But also you can excuse yourself out of these conversations. But that's one of the ways, that's number 2 of being prepared with statements, comments, questions, to turn the tide of the conversation that's going on and keeping it positive. All right, we're number 3, pack some grace. Give everyone grace. Everyone is trying to do the best that they can, right? Remember, we've known these people all our lives and they're not going to change 9 times out of 10. So we have to pack some grace, know what to expect. Don't take it personal. I'll say that again. Don't take it personal, but understand that we don't have to engage. We don't have to be a part of the conversation or the negativity, right? We can always excuse ourselves out of it. We can always make a plan to leave early when it starts to get heated, and we can just be prepared to bring the joy. Turn on some music, but make sure you pack grace, because you're not perfect either. You want someone to give you grace. These are the 3 tips on how to not only to survive, but thrive during the holiday season. And this is a part of the Amour method. I don't want you to just thrive in business, but every aspect of your life, so you can live the life you love inside and out. Happy holidays.